Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel with a bit of a different setting going on here. If you did watch my YouTube short yesterday in terms of Joe Manganiello saying goodbye to Deathstroke, I said I am currently in Perth along with Chloe. We're here for Chloe's cousin's wedding. So we're actually driving down to the venue today, wedding's tomorrow. But I just wanted to jump on here and do a bit of a double up video with some movie news and also a yay or nay episode in terms of the Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale Beetlejuice action figure. But today we are talking the Crow reboot starring Bill Skarsgård and the fact that the script has been completed for Uncharted 2 starring Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland. But firstly, The Crow 2024 starring Bill Skarsgård. Now, this is a reboot of sorts. Now, what worries me the most is the fact that the film is due out in June. Not June 2025, June 2024. We do not have a poster, nor a trailer, teaser trailer, a look at Skarsgård in his Eric Draven makeup, nothing, no set photos. So the fact that there is next to nothing at the moment makes me very worried, but also apparently a couple of weeks ago, there was a test screening in the United States for The Crow and people actually walked out. Now I know with test screenings, you have to take this stuff with a grain of salt. You know, it can go one way or the other and then they can take notes, improve upon what happened in the test screening, but apparently people walked out and the gothic vibe that The Crow is known for, famous for, is apparently next to nothing. In fact, it's bordering on K-pop-y, a glowy neon kind of an aesthetic going on in the film, which makes me very concerned. I'm not concerned about the casting of Skarsgård as The Crow. I think he can do an incredible job. He's a very versatile actor. He can be serious, he can be creepy, he can be funny, he can be weird, he can be all those things that to me is Eric Draven. I don't have a problem with him being cast as The Crow. In terms of the makeup, I'm very keen to see what the makeup, the costume looks like, but this test screening has got me worried, and if this film is indeed going to be dead on arrival when it does come out in June, again, the June release date is looming. We need a poster, we need a look at Skarsgård in the makeup, we need a trailer, we need a teaser trailer, just something to salivate us and just wet our whistles for what to expect and just kind of reassure us that, hey, it's okay, we've got it, this is going to be fine. But then you hear news of this test screening that happened in the States where people are walking out and it's just completely not what The Crow is all about. That has got me extremely concerned. But again, you got to take this stuff with a grain of salt. But at the same time, when you're hearing all these things, but also at the same time, not seeing anything, that is a big worry. Now, moving on, Uncharted 2. I think it's safe to say that I was in a bit of denial when the first Uncharted film came out in 2022. Like, I enjoyed it, but upon reflection, I don't think it was a very good film, especially when it came to the casting of Tom Holland as Nathan Drake and Mark Wahlberg as Sully. I would have bought into it if this was an origin story and we are seeing a young Nathan Drake and a young Sully, but the fact that this is final form Nathan Drake and Victor Sullivan, no, just did not work at all. If anything, you could have just called it generic action film from Sony, and I would have said, yeah, it was a damn good time. It was just very disposable, but this is not Uncharted. Anyway, in a recent interview, Mark Wahlberg has gone on to say that the script for Uncharted 2 is complete, and he better get ready and start growing his mustache. Look, you know I'm going to be there day one to check this out. I think that's why we did the Uncharted fan film. I was just very disgruntled with the 2022 film, and I just think these characters are so rich and well-rounded, these characters that Naughty Dog and the crew have created. The fact that the 2022 film just did not do those characters justice when it came to the writing, the casting, it's just a crime. And the fact that that movie made so much money, it doesn't matter if it was well received or not. Money talks. And unfortunately, because the film did so well financially, they've greenlit a sequel, the script is now complete, and Mark Wahlberg has been told to start growing that mustache. Now, the post-credit scene at the end of the first film in 2022, we saw Mark Wahlberg sporting his famous Sully mustache. He didn't sport it throughout the entirety of the film, except to the very end with a post-credit scene. Tom Holland is a fine actor. Tom Holland is a great young Nathan Drake, but he is not a final form Nathan Drake. There are so many actors out there in Hollywood that could be a final form Drake and also Sully. Like that fan film with Nathan Fillion, they had Stephen Lang playing Sully. brilliant casting choice. You could go with Tom Hanks. There is just so many actors out there that could play Sully and also a final form Nathan Drake. And to me, it's just not Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. Again, if for an origin story, sure. Kind of get that out of the way. Establish these characters, even though, you know, we've played the games. These are established characters. But if you're going for an origin story, do that with those guys. Move on, get some older actors, and take place at a different time setting later on in the timeline of Uncharted. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Just a couple of bits of movie news in terms of The Crow. I have no idea what to expect at this point. No one does. Again, not even a glimpse of Skarsgård in the makeup. We're several months out from release. No trailer, no poster, no nothing, and a very abysmal test screening. And as for Uncharted 2, of course I'm going to be there opening day. But if it's going to be the same as the 2022 film, this isn't good. Like, this is not good at all. It's not doing these characters justice. It's not doing the world of Uncharted justice. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.